Hey guys, Gilly here. I just wanted to apologize in advance. We had a couple of technical issues this week with some of our equipment. So that's the reason you're not gonna be seeing our fat faces on this episode. And also, one of our microphones was not working correctly. So we just wanted to apologize for that. And just rest assured that next week we'll have everything resolved and back on track on the regular, normal basis. That would be it. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and as always, remember, guys, keep playing.
I want to take a moment to talk about my trip. And yes, this is a gaming podcast, but my trip, guys, was very gaming related. It was actually 100% gaming related. So I went to New York City to a gaming event called Different Games 2016. It's a game it's an event. I mean, an event that takes place at NYU, New York University, at the NYU Games Center in Brooklyn, New York. And it's a small event, a very kind of an intimate expo that is put together by a bunch of different wonderful guys that I met over there. Just I want to name them because if I do, I'm sure I'm gonna forget one of them and I'm gonna feel bad about it.
Right.
So like, you guys, you know who you are, the different games crew. You're all amazing. You're awesome people. Like I had a blast with you, and I think that what you're trying to do is awesome. So different games is an expo, an event that tries to that basically tries to put on the spotlight both games and talks and discussions that try to make for the gaming media and the gaming space more inclusive of different people, of different perspectives, of different. It's a space that tries to make games available in the sense of subject matter to people from different racial backgrounds, like sexual orientation and that kind of stuff. People that want to have a more social discussion about games, and I think that's awesome. Like, it's so cool that someone's trying to bring this subject matter to games in a way that makes a gaming a more inclusive space for everybody to enjoy. Like, trying to bring more people to gaming, that I think that's a very good objective. That's always something very, very, very good. So yeah, that's different games. It's a small event, around 300, 400 people. I don't know, attend the event. It's on the Game Center, which is like a big floor at the NYU in Brooklyn. The Metro Tech Center, I think, was the name the name of the building in Brooklyn, New York. And it was super cool, like just being there and being in a floor where all the people there are studying video games.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
that was so awesome. They had like a library with a lot of games and consoles and old stuff, and man, that was so awesome.
Classes about gaming and
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely. That was so cool, and I had a blast being there, and it was so good, so nice to be at that space with all of those wonderful people. And like, my overall impression was very positive. Like, everything was so, like, everybody was so nice in there with everyone else. Like, everyone was like super respectful, because like they try to make the atmosphere in that place like very respectful for anyone, like
Right.
with any background. And I think they definitely achieved that, and that was so nice to see. It felt very intimate, a very intimate vibe. And it was more like, gaming expos are more traditionally the kind of shows where you like have a booth, have your game playing there, and you get people to play them. Oh, you like it? Nice, goodbye. Like, here's our social media stuff, right? But that event was more like, you had people playing your game, and you talk with them, and you made friends with them, you know.
Right.
And maybe, like, I had a guy playing Hunter's Legacy, the game from our studio that I was showing there. He played the game for like two and a half hours.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
like, he
Cool.
loved it so much, and he didn't want to put it down. And he was kind of blessed. So like, yeah, you make this kind of connections. It was a different kind of gaming event, like gaming exposition. So it wasn't like this huge, like these crazy lines to play. No, it was more intimate than that. That's a very different thing for me, and I like that. Like, that was super good, and I had a blast. And there were, I don't know, like 40 something games on Xbox. I'm not sure of the number. I don't know. but there were quite a bit of games. And I want to talk very quickly about some of those games, especially the games that stood out for me. I didn't have as much time as I wanted to take a look around all the games because I have a talk. I gave a talk on the event, and I had to be like paying attention to the demo, to the booth of our game, because like I had to
Right.
meet
Yeah.
other people, right?
Sure.
But sure, like every once in a while, I took my time to just walk around and see other stuff. And quick, I want to talk about four things, like four games that really stood out for me. It's not me saying that these are the best ones, but just the ones that I had the time to look at more and that stood out for me in that way. Because there were a lot of different games that looked awesome, but I didn't have as much time as I wanted to really
Right.
invest myself into this project, right? So first, this is a game that immediately caught my attention. It's called Moon Hunters. Moon Hunters.
Sounds cool.
It's available now on
Wow,
Steam.
okay,
It's
cool.
already available. It's from it's a studio called Kit Fox Games. I'll leave a link in the description for all of these games. Link in the description below so you can check them out. And I met the leader of the team at Kit Fox Games called Tanya Short, and she was an awesome person. And she was very like I could see she was passionate about the project, and she was very approachable, and I like had a blast talking with her. And I wanted to play the game,
Right.
but like I couldn't because like time and all the stuff. So the funny thing that at the end of the event, like we were all leaving the building, and I stumbled upon her on the elevator. Like before we were getting into the elevator, and I was like I want to play your game, but I couldn't get enough time. We were leaving, and she was like, oh, you can play now. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, we're gonna take the computer out right now? And she gave me a card with a download code for me.
Oh,
Like,
cool.
yeah, and I was like, whoa, like, are you serious? Like, are you sure you want to do this? She was like, yeah, play it. It's free. And I was, oh man, that's awesome. And like, Tanya, like, thanks so much for that. I haven't had a chance to play because like I just got into Mexico last night, and I like as of now I haven't had any time to play anything and do any stuff really, but I will definitely do that. And it is a game. It's an RPG game. Well, it's like an adventure game. I don't really know what it is, but it's like an RPG or an adventure game with a lot of RPG elements and stuff. Top-down perspective, like bird's eye view, but with a beautiful art style. Like it looked so beautiful. Like it was gorgeous to look at. And it was randomly generated. So like, it's weird, right? Because RPG randomly generated.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird mixture. But the game looks so nice. Like, so beautiful.
Can you think of anything else that you can compare it to?
No.
No?
No, like,
Well, that's a good thing.
Like, the first time I saw it, like, I thought about A Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Because of the perspective, the camera perspective, and maybe a bit of the art style. But the game looks more modern than
Right.
by far. And it looks so gorgeous. But gameplay wise, I don't know. Like I really did not know what to compare it to. Like it looked very interesting. Like I'm pretty sure that if you play it, you can easily like get reference from other games, and you can so it's like this with this. But I haven't played it as of now. But it looked cool, and it's definitely a game that I want to play now that I got the like I will play it. And I love it if you guys can check the game out, because like these guys are trying to get the word out of
Right.
the game and try to.
We could actually, play it on Gaming Frontier and show it to you guys and
Absolutely,
have
yeah.
some publicity for them. I mean, if she was so good to you and she really made that much of an impression, retribution, right?
Definitely, we can do some gameplay footage of
Right.
the game here and there. And I don't like definitely, but as of now, yeah, check this game out. The link in the description below, and it looks so good, and I'm impressed by that. Also, I met Tanya Khan from a studio called Vivid Foundry.
More Tanyas.
More Tanya. She was from Canada, from Toronto, Canada. Hello, Tanya. And she was showing a very different game as well. Like, it's a different game sector, right? But it was something interesting because, like, to be honest, I never quite understood what was going on. But it was more of a text-based adventure game.
Huh.
But very graphic, Not in the sense of violence, but like it has a lot of stuff on screen. Not a lot, but you saw stuff, right?
It's very visual.
Yeah, very visual. Exactly, that's the word. Very visual, and And the game had a lot of like deep discussions in it, like, and she gave a talk actually at the expo, and she gave a talk like I couldn't see I couldn't watch her entire talk because like I was busy
Right,
with a lot
yeah.
of stuff, but she talked about like basically politics and how politics shaped her game design and not the other way around. Like that was like I don't know, it was so complex, like so like it's the kind of stuff that you really had to be there for the entire thing to be able to grasp it. And the game is fed by that idea.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very interesting experiment on her part. And yeah, links also below in the description so you can check it out and see
Cool.
for yourself and like try to understand what's in there. But it's something that like I think deserves some at least some sort of mention and recognition for what she's trying
Right.
to do.
I mean, the indie landscape really lent itself a lot to, games like that, discussions like that.
Exactly.
More political, not so mainstream, which is cool. I mean, it's part of the point and part of the magic of having an independent development scene in the gaming industry.
Exactly, and yeah, I mean, the project looks so cool, and yeah, check that out definitely. I also met Josh Samuels, who is the creative director, if I'm not mistaken, from Raindrop Games. And funny thing, they make he's making a game on he made a game. He's making stuff on indigenous tribes. Funny thing, because we at our studio, we're also working on a game
Yeah.
based on indigenous tribe. Not Contra Legacy, but another game. We'll talk about that later. And it's just a game called Arrival, Village Cacique. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that last word right, but I saw like I don't know like half of their talk because it was Josh Hamill with another guy from a rep from that indigenous tribe.
Oh, cool.
And that was so insightful because like they were talking that they made an initial game about them on iOS, and they wanted to like have people from this tribe, like having people on this location play the game, but like they were like nobody has an iPhone.
Right.
Everyone has an Android. the people that have Android phones.
Right. Yeah.
And they were like, oh crap, like let's make this for Android then. But like their probably like their intention is to make this bigger, and to make bigger games based on the indigenous people and get the word out of this, not of the studio and their games only, but also of this
Right,
people. And
yeah.
I think that this is an amazing, just an amazing objective and an amazing goal to have, and that's,
Yeah.
that has to be praised definitely. So yeah, check that out as well. And finally, the last game I want to talk about. Wow, this game is so cool. I don't know how to describe it because it's a puzzle game. But this is awesome. Search for a game called Limelight.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Limelight. It's so good. And I met Brad Saylor, who's the creator of that game. He was showing his puzzle game over there, and this is being made for PC, Mac, Linux, and also for consoles. And it's so freaking good, man. Like I played that game, I saw that game, I experienced that game. It's so simple and clever. Like it's a super clever game. Like it's so good. Like seriously, like this was probably my gaming was like my highlight for the last few weeks. Like
Really?
it was
Wow.
so good.
That good. Okay.
And it's a very simple game. Like nothing that will like wow, like this is like huge production. No, it's a simple game. It's a puzzle game, but it plays excellently well. The puzzles are so well designed. Like props to you, Brad, for doing this so good. The music was awesome. The soundtrack was very good. Everything and the visuals of the game really fit with the aesthetics and with the type of game. And this is an awesome indie title. Like this is the kind of indie title that I think can be very huge. I'm pretty sure that Brett will be finding his niche audience like now and getting this bigger and bigger because this game
Hopefully.
totally deserves the spotlight. And actually this was the most visited and talked about game on the show because it was just so good. Like it was so simple, like so easy to understand. Like you immediately knew what you had to do, and how to play it. I mean, but the puzzles got like
Harder and
tougher,
harder.
tougher and tougher, but in a way that always felt like I'm slipping on the word. Like, I don't in a way it didn't feel unfair
Okay.
anytime. So like yeah, like seriously check this out. It's coming out this year on PCs, PC, Mac, Linux, and also trying to get it on consoles as well. And I don't know which console, but I know PS4 for sure. I'm not sure of Xbox One, but PS4 for sure. And like I told him, man, like I need like the moment you come in for that, like I want an email. Like I want to know when it's available on PS4 because I'm getting that day one. It's so good, and I think these kind of people deserve all the support they can get from you guys. Like we like support gaming studios, like the big gaming studios, but these people also deserve like a lot of our attention and support.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
This game is made by one person.
Oh,
Like, it's
he
just him.
Brett. That's it.
Yeah,
wow.
that's
Okay,
him.
that's impressive.
just him.
That's
He's
impressive.
making everything.
Wow.
Everything on the game, like doing everything, and like wow. Like I cannot imagine me doing that. Like I couldn't. Like that's so difficult. That's
Yeah,
so
there's so
tough.
many things that you gotta be good at, and that's a trend recently. That's a trend of single one man teams
Yeah.
doing a game that's doing or that seems to be great. It's a trend as of late. The Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. It's exactly that, right? It's one guy that had an idea and
Right.
worked towards it. What else? Minecraft. You could argue that it's something like that at the beginning.
Sorta, yeah.
So it's cool. It's cool to see this. It's cool to see people really pouring themselves out there. Working to make their dreams come true. And sure, yeah, Brett seems like he's done a great game.
Oh, and he was awesome. He was an awesome dude. Like he was just so out there, so
That's even
happy, like
even
so
better, yeah.
energetic.
Right.
And like he was the kind of dude that you want as a friend, like really. And like I talked a lot of times with him, and we were like I don't know, like you immediately felt a connection with the dude in like many ways. He was just awesome. So Brett, if you're watching this, like dude, you're freaking awesome. Like just keep doing this. Don't give up and get this game out there and like have people get this and get the word out of it. This is so awesome.
Nice.
So good game. That's such an amazing idea that is so well executed. What I played so good, and I'm wow. I'm
That's
impressed.
great.
I'm impressed.
That's amazing.
I'm impressed by this. And that's the game. That's about the games. Of course, more games were shown, but these are the 4 games that really like stuck with me after watching them. A lot of talks were given at the show, different panels and different stuff. There was a panel on the indigenous tribes and gaming. There was a panel on the more political stuff. A lot of discussion of gender, like equal representation of women and
Right.
Women and men in gaming. And there was also a panel of video game development in Latin America, which I was part of. I gave a talk over there, and we had a lot of had a good time over there. A huge shout out to Enric from Brazil and Gabriela from Paraguay, which were the other panelists in the
Oh,
panel.
cool.
So,
Shout out to you guys.
shout out to you guys. Yeah, you did an awesome job over there, and it was an honor to be with you. So such a cool time, man. Like it was so nice to be there.